Was the country as you kind of imagined it to be, or do you know the country like?
I don't know that part of the country.
Okay.
We shot in Santa Fe. It was supposed to be Wyoming. I don't know Wyoming at all. I've still never been to Wyoming, and I've never been to Santa Fe. And I've heard, people really love Santa Fe, and I know why. It's really beautiful, and there's great vistas and big open skies, and the light is spectacular. And there are real cowboys there. I mean, it's real. People wear cowboy hats and they wear handkerchiefs, and they're right for the environment. So I love my time there, and there's obviously the whole Indian culture, which is really interesting and important, and a big part of what you're seeing. And the food is great, and the art is great. So it was wonderful. But eventually 5 weeks is a long time anywhere. You could be plopped in the most interesting place in the world, and eventually you just want to go home.
Did you just want to see a building and somebody spitting on a floor or something? That kind of like.
I just like cities because I think it's what I've grown up knowing. I like lots of people. I like chaos. I like a lot of visual stimulation, and I don't particularly love quiet. But I'm happy, very happy, seeing other things and visiting cultures that are different, and I just eventually want to go back to where I live. It's where my children are.
Did you find a nice zen while you were out there then? Or
not particularly.
You're like, give me the...
No, it's not that I'm like, give me my BlackBerry. It's I don't really need a zen. I'm not looking for a place to relax, and I'm relaxed regardless of where I am if I can be relaxed. I don't think a quiet environment makes me more so.
You said that to some other journalists that you kind of calmed him down on this set. So I don't really know what he's like in real life, but is he high strung, or what's the kind of...
No, I think he worries about the work, and so do I. So maybe because we could talk about our shared legitimate or insane neuroses about the things that we worry about, maybe that was calming. But also I think, I genuinely love Hugh, and that was probably fairly transparent, and maybe that made him feel okay. And I love playing opposite him, and I've wanted to for a long time in a romantic comedy. So for me, I was pretty much a captive audience for him. I was pretty devoted. I was like, remember the way Nancy Reagan used to look at Ronald? That's how I look at Hugh. I'm like...
I have to talk about the Sex and the City thing.
Sure.
I apologize, but
don't apologize.
I just overheard that it's a caper. Like what?
Yeah.
So what's going on? I mean, what can you tell me that you didn't tell anybody else that we can kind of?
What can I tell you exclusively?
Yes.
I can't tell you anything. I have to keep speaking in these big, general, broad strokes. But it is a caper. I mean, that is our goal. It should be a caper. It should be a romp. It's a big, cinematic, visual treat. We trot across the globe. We're in far-flung places. It's fun. It's big. It's colorful, and
even more so than the previous one.
Well, the previous one had a lot of heartbreak in it, and a lot of sadness, and a lot of coming to terms with your own complicity and grown-up decisions and mistakes and disappointments. And this one really is the antidote in some ways for that. I mean, this is really, it's Michael Patrick King, so it's always going to have a lot laced under the surface, and there'll be things of substance that are being talked about, adult themes, but there is this great sense of abandon.
We will discuss more at the junket next time.
Thank
you very much. Nice talking to you again.
Nice talking to you too.